Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is kindly sponsored by Mon Bento, and in this video I'll be sharing a week of vegan school and work lunch ideas in the Mon Bento square bento box. This is basically a square shaped version of the original Mon Bento bento box. So there are two square lunch boxes. There's then a snack pot container that fits in one of the boxes. I also love their sauce cups, which do come separately, but they're great for dressings, sauces or dips. Each box has a lid that has a seal to prevent any leaking. You place those on with the tab open and then close the tab, which ensures it stays on as tight as possible. The cutlery set comes separately too, but it's so good for food on the go. The main lid fits on top, and again there's a large elastic strap which just keeps everything together and in place, but it also comes with a smaller elastic strap if you want to just use one of the boxes on its own. Onto the lunches, and Monday's lunch, if you follow this as a weekly plan or just idea number one, is a barbecue pulled jackfruit wrap. First, make the barbecue marinade. This can be done the night before. Add 2/3 of a cup of ketchup to a bowl, along with 3 tablespoons of coconut nectar or any sweetener of your choice, a tablespoon of apple cider vinegar, a tablespoon of vegan Worcester sauce, 2 teaspoons of liquid smoke, or alternatively 1 teaspoon of smoked paprika, a teaspoon of soy sauce, 1 teaspoon of garlic powder and some salt and black pepper, and then whisk that together until it's smooth. Next, drain off a can of jackfruit and place it in a bowl or on a plate, and then using 2 forks just gently pull it apart. Add the pulled jackfruit into the barbecue marinade, turn it through well, then cover it and place it in the fridge either overnight or for 30 minutes minimum. Next, take a wrap. I prefer a whole wheat seeded wrap. Then first place on around 1/3 of a can of rinsed drained black beans, and then mash them up using a fork. I just find this provides a bit of a paste for the other fillings, but also prevents whole beans falling out each time you pick up the wrap. Next, spread on a layer of hummus, then lay on half of the pulled barbecue jackfruit. Reserve the other half in the fridge. Add on half a sliced avocado, and again reserve the other half in the fridge. Half a sliced small red onion, and again reserve the other half, and then finish it with some spinach and some fresh coriander with the stalks included for more flavour. Roll it up. I tuck both ends in, then fold it over, squeezing it together tightly as I go to keep the filling in place and also to stop it from falling apart. Then slice it in half. Place those in one of the boxes along with some salad leaves and some sliced cucumber. For the snack box with this lunch, you could place some extra hummus in the sauce pot with some hummus chips on the side. You guys know that I am all about that hummus on hummus on hummus. And in the snack pot container, some fruit such as raspberries, blueberries and half a cubed mango. As I say, the barbecue pulled jackfruit is best made up the night before, as all of the flavours and the jackfruit get to marinate together overnight. Hence why I've done this as Monday's lunch, as it gives you the choice to prep it at the weekend. But it does work great too if you just want to throw it together last minute. The wrap filling is absolutely delicious. It has so many flavours and textures. Everything works together really nicely. And if you wanted, you could use mashed chickpeas instead of the black beans, or even kidney beans would work too. And you could always add in different vegetables as well. And you could also always use this in a pita or in a sandwich instead of a wrap. Tuesday's lunch, or just idea number 2, is a tomato, basil and spinach pasta salad. First, half 300 grams of baby plum tomatoes, then place those in a bowl along with a large handful of fresh torn basil, 1 tablespoon of olive oil, some salt and black pepper, and then mix everything together well. Next, add a large handful of fresh spinach into the main lunch box. Add in a portion of pre-cooked whole wheat pasta. This can be cooked up the night before. Then add in half of the tomato and basil salad. Mix everything together well in the box to save using another bowl. Then in the second box you could add some salad like some rocket leaves. in the main compartment, along with the leftover sliced half a red onion from Monday's lunch. Then in the sauce cup, you could add some dressing like balsamic vinegar. And then in the container, some fruit like sliced strawberries and blueberries, and some pieces of good quality dark chocolate goes great with fruit. I love the Green and Black's 70% dark chocolate. It's vegan friendly and most dark chocolate happens to be vegan, but make sure to check the ingredients. You could also add some nuts like chopped walnuts to the salad too if you like. This is just such a simple pasta. It's really fresh and flavourful. You could use any tomatoes chopped up, either salad tomatoes or cherry tomatoes. And you could use different herbs too instead of the basil. Fresh dill or parsley would work great as well. As I always say, cooking an extra portion of pasta the night before for lunch the next day is always a good idea. But instead of a pasta, you could also do this as a salad with regular couscous, giant couscous, or as a quinoa salad. Wednesday's lunch, or just idea number 3, is a jackfruit and quinoa bowl. For this, add 1 portion of pre-cooked quinoa to the main lunchbox. This can be cooked up the night before. Then, using what was left over from Monday's lunch, add the remaining half of the barbecue pulled jackfruit along with the leftover 2/3 of a can of black beans, the other half of the sliced avocado topped with some dried chili flakes for more flavour, and the other half of the cubed mango. Garnish with a wedge of lime and a bunch of fresh coriander. In the sauce cup, make a lime and coriander dressing using a teaspoon of olive oil, the juice of the other half of the lime, some chopped fresh coriander and some salt and black pepper, and mix it together. To the snack box for this lunch, you could add some watermelon slices, along with some tortilla chips for dipping, a piece of dark chocolate and a small handful of raw almonds. I think this has to be my favourite lunch from the whole week. It's so easy just to throw together. All you have to do is cook the quinoa, and like I said, this can be pre-cooked the night before anyway. You end up using almost everything left over from Monday's lunch, and there's so many flavours and textures going on. I love the mango with the jackfruit and the zesty coriander dressing. It's a great balanced healthy lunch, but again, instead of the quinoa, you could use brown rice, wild rice, or any other grain you like. Thursday's lunch, or idea number 4, is a Mediterranean chickpea salad sandwich. For this, first add 1 can of rinsed drained chickpeas to a food processor, along with 1/4 cup of chopped sun-dried tomatoes, 1/4 cup of chopped jarred roasted red peppers, 1/4 cup of chopped black olives, 1/4 cup of fresh basil, a teaspoon of capers, the juice of half a lemon, 3 tablespoons of tahini, 1 teaspoon of Dijon mustard and some salt and black pepper. Then pulse it until it's mixed together well, but not until totally smooth. And if you don't have a food processor, you could also do this in a large bowl using a potato masher. Next, take 2 slices of whole wheat seeded bread and spread on half of the Mediterranean chickpea salad mixture until it forms a relatively thick layer. Lay on some sliced tomato and finish it with some lettuce. Put the sandwich together and then slice it in half and place it in the main lunchbox. Alongside it, you could have some mini rice cakes. Then in the other box, place the leftover tomato and basil salad from Tuesday's lunch in the snack pot. Then place some nut butter in the sauce cup, and in the main section of the box, some fruit for dipping, such as some apple wedges and some fresh blackberries. I've made this sandwich filling so many different ways and switch it up each time. You could also add in some spring onion, some red onion, use different herbs such as parsley or dill, add in some avocado, vegan mayonnaise. It can be changed up each time, but it works great as a sandwich spread, and you could use it for so many other things too. Then Friday's lunch, or the final idea, is a Mediterranean chickpea pasta salad. For this, place 1 portion of pre-cooked whole wheat pasta in the main lunchbox. Again, this can be cooked up the night before. Then add in the remaining Mediterranean chickpea salad left over from Thursday's lunch and mix it through the pasta well in the box. You could add on some salads. Here I just used some rocket and also some fresh basil. In the other container's snack box, as a snack, you could add some watermelon cubes, along with some larger rice cakes split in half, some fresh strawberries, and then in the sauce cup, some vegan hazelnut chocolate spread. One of my favourites is this one by Cocofina. It's so delicious. As you can see, as well as using this Mediterranean chickpea salad as a sandwich filling, it also works really great with pasta. And you could throw in more veggies if you like to go with this. Tomato, cucumber, peppers or onion would all work really great. It's a quick and easy lunch to throw together, especially when the pasta is pre-cooked and the Mediterranean chickpea salad is already made up. And that's it for another week of vegan school and work lunch ideas. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to head over to Mom Bento. I will leave a link to their site in the description box below, and all of the recipes will be written up there too. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again in my next video. Bye!